The Philippines declined a multi-billion-dollar deal for American F-16 fighter jets, signaling a shift in defense strategy. This decision was about fiscal responsibility and strategic independence. The US offer included the latest F-16 Block 70/72 Vipers and training. But planners saw immense maintenance costs and dependency. The rejection was a statement. The Philippines is charting its own course. Facing maritime challenges, high-end jets weren't the solution. The leadership pivoted to a sustainable, versatile defense posture. It was a lesson in modern statecraft. Sometimes true strength means saying no. The F-16 has long been a dream for the Philippine Air Force, dating back to the 1990s when the country was a regional air power. The F-5 Freedom Fighter was retired in 2005, leaving the Philippines without fighter jets for nearly a decade, a dark age for the Air Force. The F-16 became a symbol of lost capability and national aspiration. When modernization resumed in the 2010s, the F-16 was back on the wish list, but budget realities led to the acquisition of FA-50 light combat aircraft from South Korea instead. The FA-50 restored supersonic capability, but was always seen as a stepping stone to the F-16. The F-16 was envisioned as the ultimate defender of Philippine sovereignty. This context makes the rejection of the F-16 deal even more remarkable, a culmination of a 30-year saga. Saying no wasn't just about hardware, it was about letting go of a near-mythical aspiration. Defense leaders had to separate nostalgia from strategic necessity. They recognized that the dream of the 1990s might not fit the challenges of today. The decision showed institutional maturity and a willingness to make tough, pragmatic choices. The Philippines is now focused on what works, not just what looks impressive. The F-16 dream has given way to a more realistic vision for the future. This is a sign of a nation growing up. The F-16 deal's $5.5 billion price tag was just the beginning. For the Philippines, this was a monumental sum, one that could divert funds from healthcare, education, and infrastructure. The true cost of ownership, including decades of maintenance, upgrades, and fuel, could reach $15 billion or more. The F-16's sophisticated systems are expensive to operate and maintain, creating long-term dependency on US support. Any major repairs or upgrades would require American contractors and government approval, limiting operational flexibility. In a crisis, the readiness of these jets would depend on foreign supply chains and political goodwill. The goal of modernization is sovereignty, not trading one dependency for another. The Philippines realized it could get more value by investing in a mix of assets: more affordable aircraft, naval vessels, coastal defense, and surveillance drones. These assets directly address the country's maritime security challenges. The rejection of the F-16 was a calculated economic decision. It was about building a broader, more sustainable defense posture. The Philippines chose substance over spectacle. This is how real security is built. For years, military procurement in the Philippines was driven by prestige, owning advanced equipment to signal status. The F-16 was the ultimate symbol, but new defense leaders asked, does prestige equal security? The answer was no. The Philippines faces unique asymmetric threats: illegal fishing, smuggling, and maritime encroachment. A small fleet of F-16s isn't the right tool for these challenges. These jets are designed for air superiority, not long-duration maritime patrols. Using them for such tasks would be inefficient and costly. The new philosophy is about practicality and sustainability, acquiring assets that are good enough, affordable, and operable in large numbers. The focus has shifted to light combat aircraft, offshore patrol vessels, modern radars, drones, and missile batteries. This creates a layered, resilient defense suited to the country's geography. The pivot from prestige to practicality shows growing maturity. The defense establishment is now driven by data, needs, and budget, not glossy brochures. This approach may not make headlines, but it delivers real security. It's a quiet revolution in defense planning. A key driver behind rejecting the F-16 was the Philippines' ambition for self-reliance in defense. Decades of dependence on foreign suppliers created vulnerabilities and limited local expertise. The new strategy emphasizes building a domestic defense industry, not overnight, but step by step. By choosing less complex aircraft and diverse suppliers, the Philippines can negotiate for technology transfer and local involvement in maintenance and production. This builds local skills and creates high-value jobs. The Navy and Army are already building ships and vehicles locally, small steps but crucial for industrial growth. The F-16 rejection signals to partners the Philippines wants to be a producer, not just a customer. Long-term security comes from the ability to sustain and maintain your own equipment. It's an investment in the nation's technological future. The F-16 rejection also reflects a new foreign policy, diversification. For decades, Philippine defense was closely tied to the US, but over-reliance on one partner is risky in a multipolar world. The Philippines is now building security ties with Australia, Japan, France, Sweden, the UK, South Korea, India, and ASEAN neighbours. This gives more options for sourcing equipment and negotiating better deals. Diversification isn't about abandoning the US alliance, but making it more balanced and mature. A self-reliant, well-connected Philippines is a stronger ally and a more capable regional player. Exploring options like the Swedish Gripen is a practical application of this new independence. By saying no to the F-16, the Philippines asserted its strategic autonomy. This move enhances diplomatic leverage and flexibility in the Indo-Pacific. It's the hallmark of a confident, forward-looking nation. The Philippines' decision not to buy F-16s sent ripples across the South China Sea. Acquiring F-16s would have signaled a stronger US-led security posture and challenged China's assertiveness. Instead, the Philippines is investing in a broader range of assets: coastal missiles, patrol aircraft, and lighter fighters. This approach is less provocative, but more effective for an archipelagic nation. It offers a model for other Southeast Asian countries: modernize without provoking great power competition or breaking the bank. For China, this is a complex signal, not weakness, but a shift to robust, self-reliant defense. Enhanced surveillance and anti-ship missiles pose a credible deterrent to illegal incursions. The Philippines is committed to defending its sovereignty on its own terms. The message security through smart, sustainable choices. With the F-16 off the table, what's next for the Philippine Air Force? The focus is now on platforms that balance capability, cost, and technology transfer. The Swedish Saab Gripen is a leading contender, modern, affordable, and open to local industrial cooperation. A Gripen deal could include local assembly and maintenance, aligning with the goal of building a domestic defense industry. The FA-50 fleet from South Korea remains reliable and cost-effective, and will likely be upgraded and expanded. The future Air Force will be a mix-upgraded FA-50S, a new multi-role fighter, drones, radars, and missile systems. This networked, integrated approach is more resilient than relying on a few expensive jets. The Philippines is building a smarter, not just stronger Air Force. The future is about adaptability, not just firepower. This is 21st century defense. The decision to reject the F-16 marks a coming of age for Philippine defense. It's a shift from prestige-driven procurement to strategic maturity, self-awareness, fiscal prudence, and national interest. True security isn't built on fighter jets alone, but on economic stability, technological independence, and diplomatic agility. By choosing a balanced path, the Philippines ensures defense modernization supports national development. The goal isn't to be a superpower, but a stable, secure, and sovereign nation. This responsible approach reassures neighbors and supports a rules-based order. The F-16 rejection is a story of confidence, a nation charting its own course. It's a move towards self-reliance and strategic independence. The Philippines is ready to navigate a complex world with wisdom and foresight. This is not just a rejection, but a bold step into a more secure future.